Hi everyone, welcome to Canalización de Armonía. If you're here for the first time, I am Luz and I am an earth channeler, mother, musician, dancer, creator, and farmer. And I am about to read a pick a card today, the message that was flowing through with this, let's say just past couple weeks with the energy of Ostara as well, with the rebirth of everything happening around right now in the Western Hemisphere. And yeah, I felt excited to channel today. Um, just before this, in my movement, I was feeling like a great release. It's just like a release of like anything that you've discovered that you don't resonate with anymore, and like just the celebration of it, just like Ostara celebration, right? Like the fertility celebration of the earth, and then us to like releasing and celebrating everything that we're letting come in, and just seeing the results and the fruits of that hard work to let go and to like let our ego have to go through a little hard time, but it's very worth it, I feel. And that's what I was feeling collectively in this channeling, that is very worth it, and you're seeing the rewards of it and everything that you're receiving, whether it's physical or also mentally, emotionally and spiritually. Even in the dream realm, you're seeing like your shadow work being recognized in a sense. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two options for crystals. So for pile number one, which I already pre-shuffled, you have a red Jasper egg. And for pile number two, you have crystal quartz pyramid, or hexagon. If you love hexagons like I do, had to show you though. That's what it is. Okay, think about it, and I'll see you in your piles. Hi, pile number one. You chose red Jasper egg. Great for grounding. Red Jasper is great for the root chakra, feeling safe and secure in the material world, feeling like you're safe in your body, working with what you essentially like the start, I guess, of working with what you eat and drink, and feeling like you're connected to it, and that it's like you're absorbing the whole purpose of it. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna show you your cards. This is awesome because you got the sun first. Look at that. Some of you might be into gongs. And your second card is the Empress. There's definitely a feeling of like fertility coming through, and um just a sense of giving life to new things right now, giving life to even hope. Maybe that's something that you were struggling with that you didn't have until now again. So that's something that's coming through, okay? I feel like for this group, what you need to know right now is, okay, so for some of you, you might be pregnant. That's just something. Or you might discover soon that your partner wants to get pregnant with you. I'm getting, for some of you, you're giving birth to new projects too, as well. Okay. And it's like it's gonna feel like success. Like this is what you always wanted, because you also got the Page of Cups. So it's gonna feel like very dreamy, like, okay, this is something that I wanted. I guess it wasn't exactly literally what I envisioned, but it is what essentially I wanted to give the feeling of when creating this thing. Okay, that's why I said like this might even be a child. Like you might be carrying a child. Not gonna lie, like for some of you that is the case. You might become mothers soon, so congratulations. You got vulnerability too. And you got crown chakra. With the crown chakra, I feel like you really need to ground, as perhaps trying to open the crown. I feel like for you, you need to ground and really not allow any distortion signals or messages through your crown right now. You got the swan as well, water element. Okay. Swan, 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 swan. Effortless creativity, sensitive, mystic, elegant power. Yeah, I feel like that's the feeling of this Page of Cups card. You're being like um redirected to some creative outlet for like work or career, or perhaps you this could also mean that you're um re-encountering old relationships or old friends and becoming more intimate with them, whether this is platonic or whether this is an actual romantic relationship. This might also be happening, like the renewal or something. For a lot of you, this just means that there is hope for your actual current relationship and you're renewing your vows or something, or you're renewing just something that makes it more, you remember why you want to be with this person, perhaps. Yeah. It says, when in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, sleepy, lacking vision. To bring into balance, solo time or writing. Yeah, what you need to know right now is that journaling might help you a lot, especially with your brain fog or anything that might be like disrupting your peace mentally right now. The crown chakra here. You might be feeling like you should withdraw. This is an opportunity to wait and regroup. You are indeed of some rest and you are in need, indeed, of some rest and relaxation. You might even be feeling overwhelmed. Take some much needed downtime. Take in your surroundings. Notice the season and the changes that are taking place out in nature. Things are continually evolving. Yeah, this is the feeling of Ostara right now. Like the feeling of the spring equinox, all the, the life, and you got the Empress. So this this is very much about spirit, just telling you to notice and tune in with your inner seasons, with your inner sun that is coming out again and warming up every little flower in your inner garden, in your own body, right? And it's giving you this like motivation to start things again or to change things again as well. Okay. Oh, what is it? Let's keep reading. Think about the clouds you see in the sky. They are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. Allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth and nature in a deeper way. Align your rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth and slow down your thoughts and emotions down. Slow down your thoughts and emotions, okay? Trust everything will work out. This signs that things work themselves out are all around you. Take a look at the crown chakra too. It says devotion, inner guidance, visionary inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, and life force energy. For sure, you need to connect to the source again, to the source, and this like to the sun. Sun is source. This is what gives us life, right? And the crown chakra is precisely talking about that. Take a look. Take a look at the code too, because you can place that in your crown chakra if you wanted to, and it activates your crown chakra. If you want to draw it or screenshot it and place it above, yes, above your head, and just imagine this violet light flowing down, or gold. It says violet or gold, white, white with flecks of gold and violet, and it's the position of top of the head or just above the head if laying down. Okay, that's the position where you can activate and to restore. It says Be present and flowing without rigid outcomes. Find more spaces in your life. Find your own way to meditate. When you are distracted, you are living on the surface level. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you might receive. You need to believe in these things and believe that even if sometimes it's scary, because with the vulnerability card, like you really need to let yourself go, even if it's scary to just be laying down next to a tree or something of this sort, or just in the earth, right? Or on the sand at the beach, and you feel like, oh, am I gonna get sunburn? Am I gonna get, um, I don't know, stung by ants? Am I gonna get this, blah, 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 the bugs, blah, da, 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 da. Like, I feel like you need to just let go, feel vulnerable, and if it happens, it happens. That's like one of my dear friends used to say, like, nature taxes you. She gives us so much. So there are nature taxes, bugs eating our food that we grow, um, eating the flowers or anything, or just sometimes like being curious and going on our bodies and being stung. Like, I think there's a sense of like you need to be vulnerable and let yourself receive all that she has to give you, even if it means a little tax. Of course, you're not gonna get like, throw yourself into a high tide in the ocean and die. But I feel like that's something that you need to consider right now, and being vulnerable. And this might mean like also in your creativity, right? In whatever you're like, que lo que están gestando ahorita, whatever you're gestating, yeah, to life, or whatever you're thinking of bringing to life. This might be as simple as, applying to this new job or career at school, like anything. Um, that's a very just, like, you got a lot of hope here, group number one. You got a lot of hope, and I hope you can feel this because Spirit is letting you know that there is a lot of success and joy to come to you if you just allow yourself to receive. Like, she's opening her arms, essentially opening your heart to receiving, um, and creating, with all the presence that you can. And if you need to have some solo time to write the things that you're afraid of, that maybe the cons of this, and like, so you can face them fears, and then go for it, then do so. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's a need of meditating, and there's different ways of meditating, like the crown chakra was saying. Like, there's not just one thing, and like sit down with your legs crossed and breathe. There's a lot of ways. You might want to research about that this moment. Okay, let's get your card. The part of me that feels judged is the part of me that desperately needs to feel seen and loved. The part of me that feels judged is the part of me that desperately needs to feel seen and loved. And you are going to be seen and loved by this, either by this new relationship that you're rekindling, reigniting, or this new creative outlet that you're deciding to let itself gestate, or this family that you're gonna create. You're gonna be seen. Like, the sun is like the card of like being seen and not being ashamed. And a lot of you, most of you in this group, have been um attached to that trauma, even through past lives, of being seen and being who you are, and just being put down, showing and shining your light, and what you have to share, what you have to express, what you have to show to the world, or the medicine that you had to give to the world, and being put down by the pharma, or like these kinds of things, like in many past lives or in recent past lives, before you have this trauma of like being so afraid of being seen, okay? And this is ending right now. This is the rebirth you, the phoenix energy of you coming out fully and being totally confident and feeling safe because you chose the red Jasper, okay? Feeling safe in your body and not being afraid of being seen, and journaling what you need to journal to really know yourself. Know thyself, and you shall know the world. Like you shall know what you want to do, where to go, and stuff. Okay, that's the energy that I'm feeling for you. And shine, shine your light. There will be people who won't like it. There will be lots of people who will appreciate it and who will bounce ideas with you, who will admire you, and who will also be inspired by you to also show themselves and express and go out there and put themselves out there. Okay, so that's all that is coming through for you, group number one. Okay, I'll see you on the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number two, who chose the crystal pyramid. This is your reading for hexagon, and I'm feeling what Spirit wants you to know right now is that there is bigger perception that you're missing at this point, and there might be a need of like surrendering some of your past beliefs. Some things that are dying right now are your belief system. You're starting to get a new belief system, perhaps by being with others, taking in others' ideas, because you got communication, co-creation. And there might be a sense of like now you find a group that you can trust, or a job or a team that you can trust, because it hasn't been like this. We did get the Seven of Swords. So there has been like bad experiences before where now you feel like you need to like stay with your guard up the whole time. Even when, as I was saying, yeah, or there has been around you a lot of jealousy before with the Seven of Swords, and now you feel like you have to be really resourceful, have all your errors ready in case somebody, gets in your way or like tries to put you down, like it has happened before. And like you're feeling ready, and the spirit is saying that is great. um but there's a sense of like, okay, but don't let it like limit you from whatever you're bringing up to the table, because I feel like you're bringing and co-creating something really great right here. And this might be like overseas, this might be like, look, potential getaway, this might be like you're moving even like places to go to a further away job for a lot of you, something of this sort. Or perhaps you're like moving with some roommates to a totally different location, or like at least a faraway location from your current one. And you also get the eagle, so like this is like higher perspective, like you're trying to see higher perspective of perhaps the positive of this, because you got the magician. Okay, there's nothing to worry about, there's no need um for you to be um kind of like almost running away from yourself as you're running away from others. Maybe perhaps you've been like yeah, had really bad experiences before with just going into projects or doing some sort of thing of creative project. But you got the magician, and you can always shift the cards. Spirit has got your back. That's what they want you to know right now. And there's a sense of like you might need to surrender a little bit to enjoy things and to receive this fully. Yeah, receive this fully, that whatever is coming, the potential getaway that you're receiving. But let's read about that because I'm curious. Spirit wants me to read this. It says a new curse or root is coming into your awareness. It is time to utilize your knowledge and complete the task at hand. As you finish one aspect of your life, begin thinking about what you would like to do next. This is part of your life's journey. You are constantly shifting and developing. You might feel contentment, fulfillment, and pride because you have accomplished something. There is productivity and reward as a bonus for your efforts. The good fortune you realize is evidence that you are putting sufficient energy into your life's journey to get out of it all you desire. yeah, this might be like some manifestation work coming through. You might even want to like go to the beach and like work, do your I guess meditation or whatever you do work, like even going for a swim. It's gonna help you really ground and do this. Okay, there it is. Ego, our pervading power, all pervading power, truth seeker transforms karma. When in balance, bright, radiant challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. The double eagle emanates the energy of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you are soon to be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for a ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. I think, yeah, there's something that you're thinking that you will not be able to do, or that you think that you would probably need to fight for it. There would probably be people giving you negative emotions, negative energy, envy ruling over the situation and you being put down. Like, that's not gonna happen. You have sufficient resources and you have spirit on your side. Look, you have a team, a new team. So, in case if anything does want to happen, you have your team, you have your new connections and relationships that you are cultivating with honesty and authenticity and strong, like strength. This feeling of strength. You guys are strong together. I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is your partner, your romantic partner, or a business partnership, or a group, or friends, family, but you are becoming very strong, with this team. And I feel like you have nothing to worry about. I feel like um there's this thing about like just changing the perspective here with the eagle of the power that you can harness, because you have the magician as well, remember? And maybe surrendering a little is something that you need to, because you're underestimating um the help that you're gonna get, and you might be feeling like a little bit uncertain here with the hangman of anything that is coming your way. And that's okay, that's natural. Spirit is saying that is so natural, because you're in a transformation period right now here with the eagle. And mm, and there is no need to like fear for that, like there's this sense of connection too, because look, so you chose this crystal, right? You chose this crystal. It looks like a pyramid, but it's an hexagon as well, and it has a bunch of sides, right? It has six sides, like united together. They harness this energy, going up to source, going up to source, like the pyramid. I feel like that's a message that I needed to tell you, because together with these people, whether it's one or two people or a group, a big group, um, I think you're gonna be able to manifest a lot together, or they're gonna give you the safe space for you to work on yourself and manifest whatever you need, for yourself. And you don't need to be like trying to be protecting yourself like that much anymore. Instead of focusing on like defending yourself and whatever bad scenario can come through, thinking about, okay, what am I gonna be doing after I do this, after I achieve this, after I travel to there. Yes, I'm gonna get this kind of home, and it's gonna look like this and like this, and it's gonna have sufficient rooms for me and my roommates or my family. um or yes, I'm gonna achieve this to get this job or to apply to this school, and I'm gonna take this class and this class, and I'm gonna get my, I don't know, like if it's photography, I'm gonna get my camera. I'm gonna save up for it now because I know I'm gonna get into the school, because I'm thinking about the next step. I want to read a little bit of the communication, co creation. for you. Nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multidimensional information, community, coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone, deeper listening. Perhaps you're getting used to this someone, like you're trusting more and allowing yourself to trust again. And like that, relationships can be good. Okay, relationships can be nurturing, and this might be feel strange to you, but it's not. Okay, maybe you over idolize some relationships in the past here with the hangman energy too, because that's what it can also mean. And you were just not sure of where to go, you know, because yeah, this is also about like not being sure where to go sometimes, and you just like, you know, letting life, you know, shake you whatever way it wants. But with the eagle, I feel like now you see the truth. Now you see the truth. And by the truth, I mean like there's some truth in that you're going to go through big changes, and perhaps maybe tower moments, maybe chaotic moments, but you're gonna trust that you have all the resources, and then if somebody can take how good you're doing, that do not be shaking by yet that, because here with the seven of swords, like you think too much about like, are people gonna think I think I'm better than them? Are people gonna like judge me? Are people gonna be jealous of me and do this to me? Da 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 da. You can forget about that. That's what spirit wants you to know. um, they they're gonna find their way one time or another, you know, in their own ways. They're gonna find their path. And that's great. Spirit is great. Goddess is great, you know. Our ancestors, our archangels, our spirit teams are great. They're gonna do that for us in each or not in each of their unique way at their own time for each of us. Okay, we have different times of healing and growing and transformation, right? And yeah, do not get involved so much in what in other people's opinions. Basically, that's what spirit is wanting you to know right now. Okay, don't be so controlling of what you do, or like you're losing direction when you think you're too much in your head. You have the magician, you have the power to create the reality that you want, and in this case, to co-create the reality that you want. Okay. Fast. You hide because you want to be found. You hide because you want to be found. Look, you see this here? This is spirit saying like, yeah, maybe, let's say for example, your business fell this past in these past occasions and experiences, but you don't have to hide anymore and not claim what you want anymore, because you have the power to claim it. You don't have to hide. You can connect with others. You can explore. Like you don't have to stay stuck in your little box. And maybe even if not physically, and your little mental box, you can expand and go for it. Okay, that's what spirit wants you to know right now, group 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.